Let me show you how easy it is to use AI to write a product roundup review using data sourced from the internet so that it's actually using product specifications and facts that the AI would not normally know about. This is great for affiliate marketers to just bust out a lot of content quickly. That's accurate, all right, that's correct, and will also lead to those clicks in that juicy affiliate commission. So let's jump in. We're going to be using ZimmWriter to write the article, and I want to write an article about best barbecue grills for 2023. I want two H2s inside of the article. So let's open up the SEO blog writer first, and let's put our title in, best barbecue grills for 2023. And then we have our two H2s, best barbecue grills and factors to consider when buying a barbecue grill. Now, I want to come up with those factors right now to put that into our outline. Normally, for a niche that's well known that the AI would know about, I'll just have the AI come up with those factors. If this was a lesser well known niche, if this was like the best fish tank aquarium pumps or something like that, or factors to consider when buying a fish tank aquarium pump, maybe the AI would not know about that. And in that situation, I would seed the AI with some background and knowledge to help come up with those factors. But this is a pretty simple topic. So let's just have the AI come up with it. Here is a magic command that I wrote. Write a list of 7 factors to consider when buying a barbecue grill. Prepend each factor with a minus sign. That's a special thing that we can do to make these, when we paste it into ZimmWriter, to have it recognize these as H3s, because that's what we want. We want these factors to be H3s in here. And then do not explain each factor. Sometimes the AI likes to give a lot of information. So we're going to highlight that. I hit Control 1 to issue the magic command inside of Notepad, write these 7 factors for us so we don't have to, and we'll see what we get. Right, so we get budget, fuel type, gas, charcoal, electric, pellet, size and cooking surface, material and build quality, portability and storage, additional features, side burners, rotisseries, etc., brand reputation and warranty. Those are great. Those are really good factors. Again, if I was doing a topic that was more niche specific, what I would do is I would take this, all right, take this, paste it somewhere separate, and then I'd have like background information. And then I just have a bunch of background information up here explaining, again, fish aquarium pumps or something like that. And then I'd come down here and say, write a list of 7 factors to consider when buying a pump for your fish tank. And then I'd highlight all that text, hit Control 1, and the AI would then use that background information to build a knowledge repository to then accurately give you those 7 or those 5 factors or whatever. But again, this is a topic that the AI knows a lot about. These are pretty good. I grill a little bit. These are pretty good factors right here. So we'll take this and paste it right there. Now, we can take all this and we're going to put all this into ZimmWriter. When you create your outline in here, there's a couple ways to do it. And we can just manually type our outline in and build it that way. We can click option 2 over here to just generate these H2s using the AI. We can click option 3 to generate H2s from the competition H2s that we put in down in this box, and also some URLs that we put in. But what we're actually going to do for building our outline is we're just going to take this content right here. I'm going to come over here and click option 1. So I've copied that to the clipboard. I'm going to click option 1 over here. It's taken what I copied to the clipboard and pasted it in here. And as you can see, budget is an H3. Fuel type is an H3. The reason is, right, there's this little minus sign, this little dash right here. To make an H2, you don't have anything before it. Just best barbecue grills, that would be an H2. Factors to consider when buying a barbecue grill, that's an H2. To make something an H3, you put a minus in front of it. To make something an H4, you could put 2 dashes in front of it, under 500, under 1,000. So these would be H4s if we were to then paste this in. You see how that works? So we have our outline now, and let's review 5 different barbecue grills. Let's pick 5 to review. And we have to get those barbecue grills. And I also want to get some background information. We're going to take advantage of this global background option up here, which will seed the AI with more knowledge as it writes your article. So I did a search over here, best barbecue grills, and good housekeeping. Let's pick that. That's the top ranked one. We're going to skip CNN. Food and wine sounds pretty good. I'm going to skip the New York Times because they don't know anything. And we'll go to Tom's Guide. So I'm going to take these 3 URLs that we got, and I'm going to paste them into the background section here. All right, just pasting them in. All right, awesome. Now I want 5 different barbecue grills. So let's go back to the Good Housekeeping. Let's see if they have some barbecue grills on here. All right, here's the Weber Natural Genesis 2 natural gas grill. So I'm going to copy this. I'll paste it right there. And what we want to do is we want to enable this subheading background. And what that's going to allow us to do is paste in this Amazon URL. So we'll go shop at Amazon. Let's close these. I'll take this URL and I'll paste it right in here. Now, there's a lot of stuff in this URL. To be safe, what you can do is just include the amazon.com/DP and then the product code. It's usually always some BP. You can leave this stuff in here, but sometimes it might throw an error. So we're just going to go up here and just trim that stuff out that we don't need. So here's the URL for that. We can close this window now. And we'll make sure to click this trigger product layout because what that's going to do is it's going to give all of the things that we're identifying as a product a similar layout, some product details, some pros and some cons, and then 2 paragraphs of just explanation about the product. So that Weber is now done. Let's find the next one. Now you can pick Home Depot if you want to, but I prefer to choose things at Amazon. I think that gets a higher conversion rate for us. Put this in here. And one thing I have to say about this, we're putting this background, this URL in here. You are going to need a license to scrape OWL to scrape these sites. So ZimmWriter can scrape websites, but to scrape certain sites like Amazon, they're going to block your IP address unless you're using a rotating proxy. So to scrape Amazon, you'll go to the options menu inside of ZimmWriter and you'll click this link, buy scrape Al API key. The lowest plan is $5 a month. And I don't make any commission on this. I negotiated a special plan just for ZimmWriter people. You click this link, you'll go to their page and you can click on pricing and you'll see this basic plan, 10,000 credits. It's like 10,000 scrapes for $5 a month. Easy, no brainer, easy to get and use to scrape that Amazon content. And then you'll come where the options menu go. You'll come over here and you'll set a new scrape Al API key. You'll put that API key in, and now you're ready to scrape Amazon websites. Eventually, we'll also use the scrape Al API key to scrape Google and whatnot. But for right now, it's just for scraping Amazon. And then it will also scrape other sites too. You want to scrape just no name websites, like small websites, it will do that too. But you can also use your own IP address to scrape those websites. You can't scrape Amazon with your own IP address, but you can scrape other websites like this goodhousekeeping.com. You could use your own IP for that. But you get that scrape out plan, you put it in here, and you'll never really have to worry about it again. So we have our 2 products. Let's go back in here. We have our 2 products right now. Let's add the third grill in here. Let's add this propane one, give the customers a couple different options. So here's the code for that. We'll paste that in. And let's copy this title, trigger product layout. I keep going up here because I'm actually recording this on a Mac using Parallels. I prefer the Mac recording software better. So we're actually using a Mac to do the recording and emulating all this through Parallels right now. All right, this is a Weber Pulse 2000 electric grill. And we need one more. Let's do this Perma Steel. There we go. Have you noticed a lot of I don't know if you've shopped for a grill recently, but man, the thickness of the steel has really gone down. They're so thin that is this thing going to last more than a season? All right. So we've now entered, all right, our H2 best barbecue grills, and then we have 5 different products. We've enabled the trigger product layout. We've put in the URLs. We also have 3 URLs for background information to seed the AI. And then we come down here for our factors. These factors are very easy for the AI to understand, material and build quality and whatnot. So I'm not going to bother putting any background information in these. If this, again, we're talking about pond pumps or aquarium pumps or something, the AI might not know about that. And that might be a situation where you want to either put some background in here or at least have that background up here so the AI will then know about the particular product because this global background is fed into every single request. And so that it can get very expensive if you're not using something like Turbo. So I prefer to use Turbo when I'm doing something like this, and the output is actually really good. Let's configure our options. Let's stick with a short section length, and we will say a second person is usually pretty good for an affiliate roundup. Let's do literary devices. We want possibility of lists. We'll do an FAQ. We could enable a mid-journey prompt for each H2, but right now we're going to not enable that, and that will just give us one mid-journey prompt at the very beginning of the article. I'm not going to do a tease. I'm not going to boost detection. We want to leave skinny paragraphs. We want to leave active voice. Audience personality, let's say everyman. And you can read more about that by Googling 12 brand archetypes. And we'll do auto style. And now I'm going to leave keywords off because what I found is when you use keywords with background information, it almost relies too heavily on the keywords than the background information. So for this kind of article, we're not going to use keywords right now. We're just going to rely on that background information seeding the AI. And then what we want to do is we want to click this button, scrape URLs, and start the writer. So it's going to try to scrape all these URLs. All right. And if it's successful, then it will start writing the article. If it's not successful, it will throw that error message and we could retry it or something like that. So we'll just click the button and we'll see if it can write the entire article and scrape the stuff without any issue. I'm gonna let this run and then we'll come back and check the result. Okay, so this is actually good. We got an error on the scrape right here. So it could be that the Amazon URL is not for a product page or something. We know it is. And sometimes it's just happened. So I'm glad it happened on camera right here. So first I want to show you the scraper first processed the three global background URLs and gave us a summary. And it should be, let's go to character counter and take a look. Uh, it's going to cap the summary to about 1,000 words, give or take. So this is 1,200 words for our global background summary of the different key points. And we can actually go through here and we can modify this to our liking. We can take out stuff that we don't want or something like that. So it takes those URLs and then it replaces it with the summary. So it did that for the global background. Then it did it for the first product. So this is the Weber Genesis natural gas grill. Looks pretty on point right here. It just didn't work on this one for whatever reason. So we're going to retry it. I'm going to go back down here and I'm going to click scrape URLs and start writer. So now there's only 4 URLs to process. It's already processed those global backgrounds, right? It's also processed that first subheading URL, and now it's processing the remaining 4. So we didn't lose any information. Just for whatever reason, it didn't succeed. And I'll look into maybe tweaking that to hopefully get a better success down the road. Maybe the scrape owl API just went down for a moment or something like that. But it happens. But again, we didn't lose any information. It's going to continue processing it right here, and hopefully it will just write the entire article. So we're gonna see how it goes. Our article is now done. Let me open up the folder before I close this. Now, that took a little bit of time, and that's something to note about using the global background. The global background is going to slow down article generation because those requests, now that we're feeding all of that global background into each request to OpenAI, not only will it cost more from a prompt standpoint, especially if you're using DaVinci or GPT-4, but it will take longer. It will take longer for OpenAI to respond to those requests. So just keep that in mind. Now, should we have used a global background for this? Probably not. I mean, this is a pretty simple best barbecue grills, pretty simple concept. Clearly, using those URLs to scrape was very important. I would definitely use for the different products. But for a global background, I don't know if that's really necessary. So let's look at a couple different things. I want to copy all of the global background and we can look at it inside of Notepad. And this is what's really neat is after the article is generated, All right. If you don't like the output, the summaries here from the scraped URLs, the AI summaries are still in ZimmWriter. Right? So you can go back through and check out everything and even regenerate the entire article if you want to. We can say, oh, you know what? I don't like this global background. Let me take the entire global background out, or let me put some new URLs in here, or let me add another product in here. You can do that. And as long as there's not another URL in here, it's not going to re-scrape these because the URLs have been replaced now with the summaries. Hope that makes sense. So here's our global background that again that's fed into every single request. Each grill was scored. Charcoal, gas, Komodo, electric, pellet grills are the main types. The best overall grills is Weber. And so it lists some of the best types of grills. The grills use different types of fuel. The grates are made of stainless steel and enameled cast iron. So some of these keywords in here, the AI might not normally pick up on. That's why having this global background can be useful. So let's find our article and let's put it through this markdown converter so we can look at an easier to digest version of it. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take this prompt over here and I'm going to paste it into Midjourney to create our AI image. Let that go. And your mileage will vary with this, but we'll see how it goes while we read the article. So we use Turbo for the entire generation. It only costs 14 cents, which is expensive using Turbo. But when you're using that global background, using Turbo is highly recommended. It's 4,000 words. That's a lot of words. The OpenAI servers are healthy. 62 calls to OpenAI. We only had one fail. We used lists, literary devices, FAQ, audience personality of every man. A custom style was a barbecue grill expert, a specialist. We used active voice. So here's what it says. Picture this. It's a warm summer evening and you're surrounded by friends and family in your backyard. The smell of sizzling meat fills the air as you stand by your trusty grill flipping burgers and hot dogs with ease. There's nothing quite like the feeling of being the grill master. And with the best barbecue grill for 2023, you can take your outdoor cooking game to the next level. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner, choosing the right grill can make all the difference in your cooking experience. From the type of fuel to the size and features, there are a variety of factors to consider when purchasing a grill. But fear not, because in this article, we've done the research and testing for you. With our expert recommendations, you'll be able to find the perfect grill to suit your needs and elevate your backyard barbecues to new heights. So let's dive into the world of the best barbecue grills for 2023. It's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. And that's Turbo. That's using Turbo, not even GPT-4. So here's like so this is our H2, and then it transitions into these different products. So let's look at the H2 real quick. If you're on the hunt for the best barbecue grill of 2023, look no further than the Weber brand. The Weber Genesis is the top of the line option with features like 2 temperature probes. The Weber Kettle offers versatility and removable lids and solid accessories. For liquid propane lovers, the Weber Spirit is a great choice. The Weber Pulse is perfect for those who prefer an electric option. And if you're in need of a compact grill, the Permastill 2-burner gas grill with cast iron cooking grates is a great option. It's fantastic. So that's a high level overview in the H2 of all the different H2s we're going to discuss right here. So here's the Weber. Do we have that URL open? I want to make sure that is open so we can compare what it wrote to what it actually says. Let's find that. Where'd it go? E335. This is it right here. So now we have the actual facts from Amazon on the right, and we have this over here on the left. So this is a natural gas grill, black. And let's see what we have down here. The Weber X335 is a game changer for grilling enthusiasts with its real-time digital temperature and readiness countdown. So let's see if there's a countdown timer. The timer should be on here somewhere, unless we pulled this from a different URL on here. Should be in there somewhere. This top of the line option offers both convenience and quality, currently ranking as the 137th best selling natural gas grill on Amazon. I might delete that though. I don't know. I don't know if 137, it's probably like 10,000. All right. But to a reader, I don't know. I would probably say ranking as one of the best selling natural grills on Amazon. One standout feature of this grill is its ability to count down the desired temperature in real time, both on your phone and on the grill. So let's check that out. Let's see if we can find that phone. No, it's not in here. Maybe we were looking at a different one. Let's go back up here and find where it is. So maybe it was a different model that we initially opened up. So yeah, we looked at I did a search and I found a different URL. So this is the actual URL from the site that we put into ZimmWriter. And then you can see the different things in here. So in here it says receive alerts when food has reached your desired done list. You have digital real-time food and temp readiness countdowns on your phone. So that's where this stuff came from. Yeah, that's perfect. So we have these countdown in real time both on your phone and on the grill. This means you can monitor your food's progress from anywhere and receive alerts when your food has reached the desired done list. There's a feedback option for reporting lower prices. Now, this is actually from something from Amazon, so we'll delete that part right there. However, it's important to note that assembly can be difficult. So let's search for this, ASEMBLY. So look at this. ZimmWriter, when it scraped the page, it actually read some of the reviews. So good luck with assembly. Grill is good, but they should sell this as a grill kit. Assembly was an all-day affair. So, however, it's important to note that assembly can be difficult with unclear part descriptions and a firmware update that might disrupt the cooking process. Oh, look at this. Forces firmware updates while in use. That sucks. A freaking firmware update your grill. But that's what ZimmWriter did. It read the reviews. So for some of these, you might want to go in here and delete some of this. If this is not something you want to discuss, you might want to delete that from the ZimmWriter product roundup. But it's up to you. So here's the specs. It's actually pulled from here. If we go to these dimensions, item dimensions, we have 37, 32.75, and 23.5. It's all correct in there because we scraped it from Amazon and then the AI summarized it. Pros, real-time digital temperature and readiness countdown, receive alerts, feedback options. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now let's look at that other product. This is the Weber Original Kettle. So let's open up that and see what it said, see what it scraped in the AI summarized. I'm absolutely loving the Weber Original Kettle Premium Charcoal Grill. It's the perfect addition to your outdoor cooking setup. This grill boasts upgraded features such as a hinged cooking grate so let's look for the hinged cooking grate. Hinged cooking grate for easily adding charcoal while grilling The one-touch cleaning system with high-capacity ash catcher makes for a smooth grilling experience from beginning to end. So let's look for ash catcher. There it is. So it's pulling the actual facts, the actual data from the product description, and then writing about it. Product specs holds up to 13 hamburgers made as a Weber burger press. There you go, 13 hamburgers. Fantastic. It's all done for us. It's all completely done. Here's the factors. So when it comes to buying a barbecue grill, there's several factors that you should consider to ensure you get the best one for your needs. I'll usually put this, like the factors to consider, into my affiliate product roundups because this is the stuff for Google. Generally, no one's going to read this stuff. You might get a couple potential customers that will scroll down and read this stuff, but this is like the juicy keywords that Google's looking for to make sure that you've written an authoritative and exhaustive piece on this particular topic. So budget. For those on a budget and you don't have to sacrifice quality and size when it comes to buying a barbecue grill. The Char-Broil Performance Series Silver 5 burner is a great option. So it's pulling this stuff from that global background. So if you didn't want it to talk about these things, maybe go and pre-process that global background. So we could go ahead and remove some of these things if we don't want the AI to be influenced as it writes from this global background stuff. That's why inside of ZimmWriter, there is an option. What you can do is you can say scrape URLs only. And if you click this, it won't start writing the article. It will just scrape all your URLs so that you can go through here and edit it and tweak it to make sure there's only what you want in there to influence the AI. Let's see. So it's talking about different budget-friendly grills. That's pretty cool. Another juicy keywords. These are really great keywords, even though we might not necessarily be recommending these particular grills. Fuel type, gas, charcoal, electric, or pellet. Whether you're a fan of propane, charcoal, electric, or pellet, there's a grill out there that's perfect for you. Each fuel type offers unique benefits and drawbacks, so it's important to choose the right one for your needs. It talks about propane, charcoal, electric, pellet. No matter which fuel type you choose, make sure to choose a grill with a thick metal or stainless steel body to prevent rust and extend its lifespan. Fantastic. So there's our entire article. Now, again, this took a little bit longer than normal because we used that global background. You don't necessarily need it for these broader types of articles, but you can bust out these factually well written, optimized articles very quickly, very easily, very inexpensively using ZimmWriter. So, anyways, I hope this video helped explain how to use the SEO writing capability for writing SEO optimized product roundup reviews with ZimmWriter. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please drop a comment below. Please go to the official Facebook group for ZimmWriter. There's a lot of great conversation about AI generating amazing content. I'd love to see you there. So, look, until next time, good luck with your content generation. I'll talk to you later.